Hey guys, it's Chris Wong. I'm filming this video as of August 15th, 2024, and I just want to talk about what I did today for my margin account, and I'll just talk like random things about margin usage. So as a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a guy who's interested in building a portfolio. So today is ex-dividend date for YMAX, ULTY, and YMAG, and also Roundhill, QDTE, and Ex-DTE. So what I did was I looked at the dividend history, or look at the dividend payouts on Roundhill and the YMAX website to see what the dividend payouts are, and I just decided to estimate how much I'm going to get either tomorrow or Monday when it shows up in my Questrade account. Because right now the market has picked back up, and I'm actually more cautious about buying more on margin, just in case it ever goes back down. So now I got to experience how low the buying power could go when the market goes down. I actually decided to still buy more shares of QDTE, YMAX, and YMAG. I decided to just keep ULTY the same. I'm just going to hold it for the long term. I'm not going to buy more or sell it. So I just want to see what's going to happen. So right now these positions, when I bought them today, I'm still averaging down my current positions. So in my margin account, the goal is to average down and to buy enough so that I still leave some buying power left in case there's ever a market correction again. So by averaging down, I'm trying to make my average book price of each of my funds lower than before, so that if I was ever put into margin call and have to sell shares, I wouldn't feel like I'm losing as much compared to just having a higher book price. Because if I have to sell shares at a lower price during a margin call, then if the book price I have is too high relative to the price I have to sell it at in order to sell the call, then it's a bigger loss. So now to talk about a random calculation I did, and I decided to see how long it would take to pay off an entire margin balance just with dividends alone, especially that I'm living in Canada. So I decided to use a 40% dividend yield because I'm basing this on YMAX, I'm basing this on YMAG, QDTE, and I'm just taking the plus or minuses of either FEPI or CONI just because of the lower or the higher yield. And I decided to just pick 40% as I do have most of my investments in QDTE and YMAX. So it seems like with today's negative cash balance, that if I were to try to see how long it takes to pay off with today's interest rate and today's interest amount, it seems like the net effect of the return, or the net effect of how much I really am getting paid out for the month, it came out to like 21%. So what I did was I did 40% dividend yield, and then I times it by 0.85 because of the 15% withholding tax for living in Canada. And then I subtracted the 13% of the margin amount. So then it came out to around a net effect of around 21% dividend yield, or 21% payout. And if I were to do that every single month until the negative cash balance is paid off, it would be approximately 5 years. So in theory, if I don't touch my account, if there's no market corrections to the point that I'd be put into margin call, and I just let the dividends pay down my margin for the next 5 years, then the account should be paid off. But because the margin interest amount is calculated based on the current balance of the negative cash balance, then towards the end, the margin interest should be less. Not the interest rate would be less, it's the margin amount that's calculated based on the balance. So it should be less than 5 years. But because I'm actually buying more shares at times, so it would take longer. And then I'm thinking later, I might decide I want to sell some shares because I may be up in something, or maybe later I don't want to be in margin and I just want to have equity only. I hope you guys like this information. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thank you guys for watching.